If you found yourself here for the first time, welcome on in. My name's Justina. I'm a personal trainer here in New York City. I make videos dispelling diet culture, educating people about their bodies, and showing behind the scenes of my life. If that sounds like your vibe, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and stick around. I'm getting really close to 100K and would love to hit that by the end of the year. So I appreciate your support being here. Zoe just threw up half the food she ate, so that's good. Let's really quickly chat about the day. So I'm actually off, or I blocked out of work today because I have two very exciting things happening this weekend. Big thing that you're gonna primarily be seeing is my bell mechanic certification. If you've been around for a while, 2 years ago, I did just the online course with bell mechanics. It is a kettlebell cert. And last year, Sam, the founder, started offering an in-person certification to kind of not only test your skills, but test your coaching abilities. And then it kind of rounds you out as being a bell mechanics certified trainer. And I wasn't available. I think I was out of town last time when they did it. And so this year I was just kind of fuck it, let's do it. Sounds like fun. So that is tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. But before we even get to that, we have a photo shoot today, everybody, which sounds really fancy, but it's just me paying a photographer to take photos of me for my website so that they are not grainy screenshots of workouts that I filmed. We're just trying to make things look a little bit more professional. So I, believe it or not, even though I am someone who lives in front of a camera, I'm actually very uncomfortable in photo shoot situations because I just feel I don't know what to do with my body. You know that episode of 30 Rock where they put Jack on TV and he doesn't know what to do with his hands, so he holds mugs and he's just I need mugs. I feel that's what I feel like. But I'll show you guys in a bit. I do have to jump into some work. That's why I got up a little early to get some stuff done today. But I did go through, and I think what's giving me peace of mind is having shots directly in my head that are exercise related. So I went back through a lot of my thumbnail photos for workouts and just looking at shapes that I like. And then if I can compute that into oh, well, that shape is a half kneeling windmill. That shape is a runner's lunge. That shape is a split cycle jump. Then I was able to kind of make a list and match it based off of the different looks that I have planned. And I also know exactly how I want to use a lot of these photos on my website. So that was super helpful. Ow. Is that a pimple? Oh, that hurt. I need to get my programming done. And I just got my hair. Wow. Yikes. I just got my hair colored and cut. I got so much off. I'm actually a little anxious about that. On Tuesday, so yesterday was the first day I washed it, which is if you color your hair, especially blonde, you always know that's scary. It is looking a little brassy. Should I have used my purple shampoo? It's fine. I think it's just because I let it air dry. So I'm gonna let this just kind of sit and settle so it doesn't look like this, and later we'll actually style it, and it's gonna be fine. I've never styled it with my blow-out brush this short before, but it's gonna be fine. Ow, I think that's a pimple.
J'aime sentir la musique. Je peux sentir le jazz, ça me fait quelque chose.
Et la musique classique, ça vous fait quelque chose?
Enfin, tellement, la musique classique c'est pour la tête un peu, et le jazz c'est pour le corps.
Fridays are always my big admin day. I wrap up loose ends of the week, prep for the next, and do all of my client programming. I do both personal training where I see people live either in person or virtually on Zoom, as well as custom programming. That's basically where I write you a program that you can complete on your own, and we do check-ins along the way to make sure everything's going well. I just added that service to my business in January, and there's been a bit of a learning curve on my end, but overall I think it's been a really successful addition, and I've gotten to work with some really lovely people from all over the country and even some from other countries. Now, I do want to make a whole dedicated video regarding my thoughts on if and when and who actually would benefit from more individualized programming tailored specifically to your needs. But there's definitely one thing I've noticed that I didn't necessarily realize was going to be such a big important part of the custom programming when I started this service. Honestly, I've just found that people enjoy the accountability. Knowing that someone's going to check their homework has made them so much more likely to show up. I'd say 90% 99% of the clients I'm working with have been completely consistent with every single one of their workouts, taking out like the occasional vacation or sickness. And that's huge. Honestly, I'm so impressed. Most of these clients have been with me since I started offering this service in January, so that's 3 months of consistency at this point of building a strength training routine. And I would say over half of these people did not have a consistent routine before, so that's a huge win. I even have someone who has never lifted before in her life, and she's coming back to our check-ins saying how much fun she's having. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm not saying it to sell a service. It's waitlisted anyway. Like, that's not the goal. I just want to show you that building that routine comes down to figuring out what you need to do so. What support do you require? And it's absolutely possible to build out that system for yourself. Took out my mic so you could hear me. All right, so it is just about 11 a.m. My shoot is at 2, but I have the studio rented at 1:30, which means I need to take an Uber there at 1, which gives me plenty of buffer time because it's quite literally a 5-minute drive from my apartment. So that means at noon, I want to do my hair and makeup. And right now it's 11, so we're packing. That was like calculus. I did make a packing list. Let's pull that up. All right, so we've got a bunch of props, our outfits, accessories, and products. This shit's gonna be heavy. Okay, so I think the best plan of action, as the lighting is very weird in this corner, is to put everything I need on this bench. We have a blue fit, a purple fit, a black fit, white shoes, black shoes. I might end up wearing my first outfit, but I'm also such a sweaty human being. I don't wanna like ruin it. Or like, how sweaty could you be? I don't want to find out. All right, we're just going to keep packing here and Zoe will inspect my work. Oh, Simone Biles over here. I think that's about all we can pack so far. Okay. I don't know, is it too early to start to get ready? I left an hour to pack and it took me 10 minutes. Yo, my hair is looking insane. I kind of wish that I used my purple shampoo on it last night. I think once I get some heat on it, it's looking very brassy. It's looking very piecey. I think once I style it, it'll be better. Oh, you know what? We need to eat something. Let's eat. I think I did a pretty good job. It definitely also brightened up a lot once I got heat on it, which I knew would happen, but like I was feeling anxious. I think what I'm gonna do, that like black headband that you maybe have seen me wearing for the whole first half of this video, I do that just to like keep a little volume in the front. So I think I'm gonna wear that there. And then what I'm actually gonna do, because this is just what I always do, I'm gonna tuck my hair behind my ears for the first photos. Let me show you my OCD spreadsheet real quick. I basically have like the outfit I'm gonna wear and then a mood board, which just has a Pinterest board linked to it that has like the vibes. I have all my details here, the vibe. So the first fit is like professional, businesswoman, coach. It's very like cozy, not fitnessy. So I have some shots I know I want over here. And then I did the same thing. Next look, I'm gonna pull my hair half up, half down. This one's a little bit more just like friendly, fun, inviting, bubbly. I'm gonna start to get some more like action-y shots, but it's still gonna feel very posy. And then the last look, all black. I treated myself at Lululemon for this guy. If you saw that video, slick back pony, athletic, driven, tough, gritty. So yeah, so that's the vibe. It is just about 12:30. So I have to leave here in 30 minutes. I'm gonna figure out what I want to wear there. I'm thinking I'm gonna wear the bra so I don't mess up my hair. I actually need to go put on Kevin's like man deodorant because I was sitting here, this is why I'm wearing a tank top now, and I was just like drenched. I get like anxious sweaty. Okay, I probably won't talk to you again before we go. So I will see you after and we'll do a quick recap of how it went before we continue with our certification weekend, because tonight we have a meet and greet at the facility where we're going to be doing our cert Saturday and Sunday, and they're providing dinner, which is so lovely. So we have networking to do later. So that's later. Right now, get ready. Let's go. Okay, so on the topic of building a system for yourself and figuring out the support that you need, honestly, I just want to like say that I feel like I've come a long way there too. These voiceovers are just kind of becoming me flushing out future video ideas, but I don't think I've fully processed how hard it was for me to build a whole new system for myself once COVID happened. Again, much longer video there. But I went from working at multiple group fitness studios to being fully self-employed basically overnight. And with that, I also went from my main workouts being at said group fitness studios, since I could take them for free if classes weren't filled, to building a whole new system of how I want to move and take care of my body as a self-employed individual who mostly works from home. If you've been here for a while, you've seen that process happen very, very slowly. I did home workouts, then I did my own workouts, then I went back to group fitness, then I joined a gym, then I wrote my own programming, then I tried workout reviews again, and finally I landed where I am now, following someone else's programming who knows more than me and does all the heavy lifting for me. I'd say it's literally been 5 years in the making of making my own system, and I finally feel like I have a system that fits my life. 5 years later. 5 years, you guys. That's how long it can take to figure out what works for you. And I don't say that to scare you. I say that to show you that there really isn't always an easy fix or an easy implementation of a system. There's also just no one right way to do something. Different things work for different people. So I give you the freedom to play and know that you're not going to do it right or wrong. You're just going to do it. Okay, quick update. I have to leave here in about an hour. We actually went out to grab something to eat really quickly. Just felt right. It's also technically my birthday weekend, so I'm gonna have a little more fun with choices than usual. So tonight is the Bell Mechanics certification meet and greet. They are providing dinner, which is like so lovely of them. It starts at 7, goes till 9. I'm going to try not to get there right at 7, just because I don't want to be like the first person there and be awkward. But I'm excited to meet some other people. So I did this cert as like an alumni, so I don't really know the group of trainers that have just done this certification, like right now, but I do know of a few people who are either in it or people who are helping like the certification weekend. So I will definitely know at least like 3 people there, which will be good for my social anxiety. One of my big goals this year is just to be a little bit more involved in like the fitness community in New York City. So I think this is going to be a good thing for me. So, okay, we're going to get up. Oh, let's go. Jump scare. It's like 6 in the morning. We will chat and get ready. This is too much. Get ready with me to get the Bell Mechanics certification. The meet and greet was actually lovely. There were just a few people that I knew there. I got to meet some new people. I tried not to be awkward. It's always just so funny, like, I was trying to explain it to Kevin when I got home last night, but I do feel like a lot of coaches in New York City, I feel like we do kind of have like a bit of a parasocial relationship because of social media. Like for instance, she works for Bell Mechanics now, but I believe that she went through the original course in the same like cohort as me 2 years ago. But anyway, she was there helping out, and we actually met once in person at a Gainful event, I believe last year, chatted and like really connected well, so followed each other on social media. So now I see her content all the time, and I always feel like I like know, not only like know exactly what's going on with her, but like know her. But in reality, like, no, you don't know this person. You met them once. You just follow them on social media. But I feel like that is kind of a common experience with people like the fitness world, especially as so many of us like promote our stuff on social media. So I don't know. I just think that it was funny to me because I feel like quite often in my Fit Club Fridays, they're like the one-to-one calls for my Fit Club members and like my online platform. Quite often people get very like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm actually like talking to you because I watch your YouTube and I feel like I have like a parasocial relationship, but I always just am like, it's all good. Like I actually do get it. So anyway, what are we doing today? This is the first like testing day of the certification. So we're going to test our skills. I'm not even going to lie. I feel slightly unprepared. You know what it is? It's because I did this alumni course. And I guess I missed the memo at some point that there's like a Discord channel. Even last night they were like, and Sunday is like you know, the whole team dinner, so make sure you RSVP. And I'm not gonna go because I have a very busy Monday and I'm gonna have to come home and like get my shit together. But I was like, oh, whoops. Even just down to like, I'm not truly understanding what the coaching part of the testing entails. We're going with flow, which is very unlike me. But I feel like because I've had years to implement this information, I'm quite confident with it. Like when I was going through the review videos, I was like very confident with the prompts that they were giving and the answers. So anyway, I think it'll be fine. The nice thing about this certification too is that Sam, the founder, has written it in a way where she's like, yeah, these are the progressions and these are the troubleshooting and whatever. But also like if you can justify your answer, you're good. So I'm actually proud of myself as someone who has gotten through life as a memorizer, more of a memorizer, less of an understander. I'm very proud of myself that I feel like I'm using more of the implementation part of my brain and not just the, I memorized this, I am a robot. Dude, I'm tired. I believe we're testing skills first. The skills are not like RKC and KBCU, and I don't know if Strong First does a snatch test, but we are going to test our snatches, make sure form is there, swings, cleans, pull-ups, push-ups. I'm like, well, I can do all those things. And then my testing weight is so low. I'm like, I'll be fine. I think my testing weight is 12 kilos, so it's like 26 and a half pounds. Easy. And then tonight, Kevin is taking me out to dinner for my birthday. So you'll see more of that a little later. But I'm going to finish getting ready. I have to eat and pack my lunch. I have to eat a big breakfast. Okay, I did take 30 minutes and actually read through the course manual front to back, which I'm glad I did because it put my mind at ease a bit. And it really got me thinking about how growth is so important as a coach. I think back to when I first started playing with kettlebells and how horrible my technique was. I think some of those videos are on YouTube as well, so happy hunting. And sometimes I cringe at that time because I know so much more now and can execute skills with so much more technique and proficiency, but also that's kind of part of the process. You gotta dive in, learn, and improve, even as a coach. And yeah, some of my kettlebell workouts, even from last year, aren't as tight with the technique as they are now, but that's okay. I think about this a lot, but if we don't look back and cringe a little bit, are we really growing? And as a coach, I would argue, also as humans, you want to be growing and evolving and shifting. I don't know, these are just my thoughts as I head into a test I feel equal parts confident and confused about. The confusion is no one's fault but my own for trying to use my rational brain and not my memorization brain, which is very abnormal for me. The certification is not to blame here, I'm just putting that out there. It is the final day of the bell mechanic certification, and I am tired. Kevin and I had a lovely dinner out. I didn't get a single clip of it, but it was delicious. We went to Anasa, but dude, the weirdest thing happened when we got home. So we went to dinner early, like 6 o'clock. Kevin actually was hosting a show at 9 in Midtown. So I was just like chilling at home, and we live in like a really small building. It's not like a doorman building. It's not like a building where you have like a big like foyer. So it's very rare to just have like random people in the building. It was about 30 minutes after Kevin left, and I heard someone coming up the stairs, and then I heard someone like trying to open the door, and the cat was on the couch, burst up, and she was like, I thought it was Kevin coming home, like, I don't know, the show got canceled or something, but then it stopped and I heard them continue to walk upstairs, and the owner lives above us, and like, I just kind of assumed, I was like, oh, she's like a little Greek lady, and I was like, it's probably just one of her family members or something, and like, they got, I don't know, the door wrong. Not a big deal, because again, like, there's never people just walking around this one stairwell in our building. So then I hear my super, who is the owner's son, who happened to be here, kind of talking sternly to someone in the hallway. And I was like, what the fuck? So I opened the door and there's just this like late 40s looking guy standing there talking to him. My super's like, get out of the building. And he's like, I'm gonna go figure out how we even got in here. Like, that's weird. I will say our building is not only very well taken care of in terms of maintenance, and if anything happens, they care a lot. I'm telling you, Greeks care about their shit. Long story short, our downstairs neighbor, which is the whole story of the building, that's the owner's son-in-law. Her daughter lives downstairs. He was taking the dogs out for a walk, and I guess the guy was like at the door and he thought he was like a delivery guy, so he just let him in. It happens. I'm not upset about it. Nothing happened. And the super was telling me like the guy was like looking for a party on the second floor. And he was like, sir, like, dude, like, what building do you think you're in? But every once in a while, Kevin like forgets to lock the door when he's leaving. So I was like, thank God he did. If I was just laying on the couch and this man walked into my apartment, no, it'd be over. You would have seen like crazy white lady on the local news. Anyway, it seems like it was just an honest mistake, so I'm not upset about it. And that guy should be thankful that Kevin locked the door because I probably would have stabbed him. So that's your New York City story of the day. I'm very tired. I didn't sleep very well. I did have 2 drinks at dinner. I feel like I just posted that video about like alcohol, and I didn't say I don't drink anymore. I just said my intake has gone way down. It was my birthday dinner. I wanted my 2 drinks and it was so early. But yeah, I just don't feel like 100% today, but we're gonna be fine. I think the day is starting with some programming stuff, which I'm excited about. If you've been here before, you know I love programming. And then we're doing like a group workout at some point today. And then we're also doing like the coaching part of our practical. So yeah, that's the day. After I'm done getting ready, I'm just gonna review. I think I'm gonna be fine, but I also think it's irresponsible to not look over it again. But I think I also just need to remember to like take a breath, think rationally, remember like, you're smart. You can do this. Daily affirmations. I definitely had some nervous energy going into today since our testing wasn't quite done yet, but a lot of that got put to good use with a group workout right after our programming lecture. One of the things I need to get better at is being okay failing in front of others. This fear has held me back in every stage of my life, and I do feel like I'm finally taking baby steps, answering questions I maybe don't know the answers to perfectly, going for a squat PR in front of 35 of my peers and failing, which you'll see in a clip in just a moment, so I can continue to figure out how to face this fear. Failing is a normal part of life, and I always try to look at it as feedback. I couldn't squat the 24 kilos without a little bit of help, and that's okay. It's not failure, it's feedback. And the feedback is that I gotta keep my focus up so the bells don't fall in my lap. But anyway, I don't want to keep voiceovering over this because I want you guys to get the full experience of this amazing community, this amazing group workout. It's getting me choked up even thinking about the support from all of these individuals. So enjoy. Oh my God, I passed. I'm feeling great. My hips are feeling like I sat on a floor. all weekend, and like I'm gonna be 36 in a few days. I am actually really proud of myself. I feel like I got so much like actual footage of things happening and not just like, talking about things happening. So yeah, if you are interested in the bell mechanic certification, I highly recommend. I'm gonna leave it linked down below. You can let Sam know that I sent you. Again, if you could hit that subscribe button, that would be awesome, so we can climb our way slowly but surely up to 100K. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you guys so much for coming on this little weekend fun journey with me, and I will see you in the next one.